Hello, I have with me Anwar Khan. He is the program manager with Sigmoid Analytics. Welcome, Anwar.
Thank you.
Anwar, how long you have been with Sigmoid in the current position as a program manager, and how have you come to Sigmoid?
Uh, my overall work experience is around 9 years, and believe it or not, for the first 5 years of my career, I was just doing very rudimentary work, let's say, for the lack of better words. But post which I decided to do my MBA and change my career a bit. Uh, at that point, I got into data science and analytics, and for the first few years, I was with a different company. Post which I shifted to Sigmoid in the designation of a program manager or a business transformation lead. Um, I've been with them for the past year and a half. Actually, I was one of the first few employees to join the data science team in the company. And the journey has been fun so far. Sigmoid has constantly been pushing the envelope in terms of the complexity of business problems that they pick to solve. And I'm happy to be a part of this journey.
So, what are the solutions Sigmoid provide?
So in terms of solutions that we provide, we have DevOps, data engineering, and data science solutions. We also do consulting for companies in terms of their data roadmaps and strategies, or simply the business problems that they want us to solve for them.
The innovation you presented in front of the jury today was in digital transformation.
Right.
Can you tell us something about the innovation?
So this problem is very complex in itself, majorly because it's not a straightforward CPG or a retail industry that we worked in. It is a direct selling business model, and it comes with its own nuances. So we had to do a lot of discussions with a lot of stakeholders in the client's team, right from the business stakeholders to the planners who plan the campaigns, to people who design the offers, to people who are sitting in other countries but using these channels to place orders. So through these conversations, we were able to identify what are the challenges for different stakeholders. And using this information, we were able to make a significant contribution right from the design of the solution to the implementation uh, as a POC, then implementation into production, and finally testing it in the real world to see the results. So it sounds fairly simple when you say that it's just a recommendation system or a digital forecast system, but the amount of innovations that we have had to do to create the sort of impact that we have done, I think we have done a fantastic job.
How was it bringing the solution from mind to marketplace? How was the journey?
Uh, so the journey was really rigorous, and initially it took us a lot of time just to understand the challenges with their data, primarily because it was in Spanish. So we had to sit and figure out what different columns mean, what different rows mean, how are they interconnected, and so the client is not a technology client, and this is not their primary business. So there were certain inefficiencies with respect to how they have set up their data capture strategy. Uh, and through our relationship with them, we have been able to also impact their overall, let's say, the data strategy or the business thinking. So the journey has been really challenging, but so Sigmund has always emphasized on getting the right talent, and we've always looked at tier one institutes to hire people for us. This, coupled with the training that we provide for them, has given us a team that is really skilled at what it does, is really skilled at machine learning and data science. And with this team, the challenges that we encounter, be it this problem or any other problem, we will definitely be able to solve them.
It will be a cliche to ask if you have any competition, but if you, how you plan to deal with it?
So with respect to this particular solution, because of our history with the client, we know that a lot of companies in the past have tried to solve this particular problem for this particular client. And unfortunately or fortunately, the client did not get what it expected. When we came into the picture, because of the problem solving approach that we take, the amount of time we spend just talking and discussing with the different stakeholders and understanding the business and the nuances and challenges, we were able to build a system which exceeded the client's expectations. And that's why we have still maintained a relationship with them. We are still planning future roadmaps of this solution. So when it comes to competition with this specific uh, solution, uh, I see that it's really difficult to replicate this solution because of the machine learning algorithms that have gone into it, the kind of innovations that have gone into it, even for a simplistic problem such as generating recommendations. So, competition wise, I think very few companies could match the kind of solution that we've made.
So with the solution, the what you envision, have you achieved it, or is it?
A solution is never perfect. It is always a constantly evolving solution. It is always a learning journey that we undertake when we start building a solution. So we've reached a place, and it's a place that we are happy with, but we are not complete. We are still in the journey trying to build the solution, make it better, capture whatever information that we get through every campaign that is executed, and then make it better. So there's always scope for improvement. For example, if you just take a forecasting solution, you will never get 100% accuracy, but you never stop trying. So every solution that we build is never complete. It's always an evolving journey, and that's the attitude that we want to work with so that we never stop improving.
Sigmoid is here for first time with Aegis Graham Bell Awards.
Yes.
So how was it coming here, presenting your innovation in front of the jury questions?
The experience was fantastic. The jury seemed to be very knowledgeable, and the questions that they asked were very specific. Right from the beginning of the presentation, we were welcomed with utmost grace, and definitely the setup was fantastic. We never felt the shortage of any kind of equipment that is needed for a good presentation to go through, and we'll definitely want to be here next year.
We wish the same, and thank you so much for the encouraging words.
Thank
All
you.
the best, Anwar, for you and your team of Sigmoid.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.